For skinning is very similar. It sounds awful. This it's very similar to shaving someone. When I was about 15, got apprenticed to a master barber in Hull. It still is a dock town sort of thing on Hessel Road, basically a place called Franco's. I got apprenticed there. Believe it or not, I was actually in there selling stuff to his clients just to make money when I was a kid. So he just decided to take me on. I was picking up odd jobs there, just sweeping the floors, that sort of stuff, going out getting sandwiches for them, and they decided to try me. So if saw me just mucking about with the razor blades, the straight razors, etc. My dad always shaved one, so I was used to handling one, etc. So just started doing it. They basically then offered to me, you know, he needed someone. As he put it, he needed a dog's body, so that was me. So yeah, and then he offered me an apprenticeship. Training started from there. The first thing he'd do was basically actually start with a razor. Mainly because I used to come in and actually, some of the pub landlords used to go there, and I used to sell prey to them, to tell the truth. As in, we were families, working class, bottom end, so we hunted to supplement the food table. It's called poaching when you get caught. So we basically, animals from pheasant, quail, rabbits, that sort of stuff, sold them to the pubs, restaurants. If you skinned them and gutted them, you got 50p to £1 more. So as used to, we knew I was good with small blades, so let's try them. So it ended up with me shaving guys when I was about 15, because the movements for skinning is very similar. It sounds awful, this. It's very similar to shaving someone. Small blade, light movements coming down and not being able to mark the meat on the inside. So you translate that over the skin, steady hand coming down. We were just off from the docks, basically. It's the first place you hit when you come off the docks into town, and we get all sorts from the door. So I was just shaving away quite quickly and showing off. I was really cocky than I was then. I'm now, sorry. One way of putting it, and it ended up with someone just turning around and says, "There's a bit of a demon with that thing, isn't he?" And he stuck. It wasn't actually anything to do with Sweeney Todd or anything like that. Those jokes came later. I wanted an old school sort of barbers. The sort of stuff behind me, I've just collected. People have been kind enough to bring into me. I always ask the history behind it so I can tell people about it. So everything in here, I know the history behind it. The things that people can look at, talk about, they can read, etc. I try and encourage them to actually talk to each other as well. Especially on a Saturday, I am rammed in here on a Saturday, which is great, which means I'm getting somewhere. But most of the time, I can encourage everyone to start talking to each other. Someone just wants to chill out and be quiet, absolutely fine. But it's a good feeling, good atmosphere in here, especially like Friday, Saturdays when it gets really busy. And a lot of the clients are starting to know each other, etc. They've even actually exchanged business cards I've seen going on, and work's been got out of my barbers, which is great. Go and get experience wherever you can. Also be, not cocky, but cheeky. Walk in a place and say, if an umming and ahhing about you, offer, say, look, let me try, see what I can do, etc. Persuade them, be very persuasive. Because some people might say, oh, I want someone with experience. Well, how are you going to get experience unless you're actually working in a place? Next we're doing Barber. Well, this place, the mall, has been here for about 40 years. Unfortunately, it's been bought out and is now being closed. We have got to be out at the end of the month. It's going to be made into a bar restaurant. Basically, we're all being kicked out in our ear. So I've managed to hopefully find a place. I'm waiting to sign the lease. It's going to be down 10 Cross Street car park, basically down a passage next to Iceland. So yes, my emporium will be down a dodgy back passage, which will now be known as the Demon's Back Passage. Basically, it's not an ideal placement, but it's better in a lot of places. It's bigger. Anywhere's bigger than this place, to tell the truth. So I'm moving on from there. End of the month, finishing here the last Saturday. It's a mass rush to get everything out of here and put it in a new place. I'm not after making a chain or anything like that. I just want to get my emporium slightly bigger. I'm not interested in getting a massive business. I just want to make this one successful. It's been really successful since I've been here, but the move's faster than I expected, but these things are sent to test us. So Demon Barber of Lincoln is surviving. His emporium will expand.